From living under shelling and airstrikes to living in Turkey's newest refugee camp, Samer al-Hassan, his wife and 5 children are crammed into a tiny prefabricated unit, but they aren't complaining. Their journey to reach safety was long and dangerous. Al-Hassan is a former pilot in the Syrian army. He says he was being closely monitored and only managed to defect 3 months ago, even though he wanted to leave sooner. He says the army is distrustful of Sunni officers like him.
I was detained for about a year on suspicion of my allegiances. When I was released, I returned to the army. I was in touch with the Free Syrian Army during that period, then decided to defect with a group of other officers. The situation became so dangerous for me and my family that I had to leave.
The Turkish government has been scrambling to house an ever-increasing number of refugees. This camp was built in just 2.5 months.
It's only been 3 weeks since the opening of this camp, and it's already full. The Turkish authorities say there's no space left for any additional families. That's why construction is underway for 4 more camps.
That would bring the number of refugee camps in Turkey to 20. The financial burden is a heavy one on the Turkish government. It shoulders most of the refugee funding on its own.
Construction for this camp, which is hosting more than 10,000 people, has cost $33 million. Our responsibilities are difficult. This is our 3rd camp for Syrians in Urfa province, and we are getting used to this work.
Syrian refugees here are faring much better than their compatriots in Jordan and Lebanon because Turkey is a more resource-rich nation. But for some, going from being a professional or a property owner to a refugee is still hard to stomach.
We came here to look for dignity. As refugees, we are demanding to be treated with compassion, affection and respect. Please let us be free people. We lack nothing except a thirst for pride and dignity.
The morale of most Syrian refugees is low, but most agree that the human dignity they crave can only be restored if and when they return to a stable homeland. Nisreen Al-Shamaila, Al Jazeera, Haran Camp, Urfa Province.